Hey everyone, how is everybody doing today? So that day was ridiculous. The market is closed at the moment. It closed at $9.83 for AMC, which is negative 6%, which nobody thought it would be to that point. GME closed at up 6%, so the complete opposite of what AMC was, but they did close pretty much above where they closed previously. Rocket had a good close, well, not a good close. Nobody had a good close of 1% increase. Roblox had a 0.5% increase, which we can get into that as well. This shouldn't be a long stream. It should be probably going to be a little short. I have to go pick up the kids from daycare, and I have a couple of other things I need to do, but I just wanted to go through a bunch of stuff because I'm still holding AMC. I'm still holding ZOM and Rocket and all that stuff. So if you got worried for me, that's not the case. I didn't buy Roblox. I did not. I seen that it dropped down, but I was too into what was going on with AMC and GME and everything. You know, it was just crazy, and I didn't even think about Roblox at all because there was just so many things I wanted to do. And I thought I would just take advantage, and I would say I kind of made a mistake a little bit, but yeah, I wanted to show you guys what's going on. So I still have 200 shares of AMC in Webull. I didn't touch that at all. I did actually average down with Rocket. So Rocket, I was at $33. Let's actually bring this up. So Rocket, I was actually at $33 of a cost basis, and now I'm down to $31. I actually touched it 4 times. So I bought in, I think it was at like $25 or so. Let me see. Yeah, I bought in at, where's that? That's not it. ADT. Where are my orders? But I bought in basically at $25 and then moved it up like 30 cents. Then did it again, moved up, did it again, moved up, and just really tried to bring this cost basis down. I was basically scalping a little bit. And then I ended up buying into it for a full position because if you look at my day trades, I have 0 day trades left. So I can't use any of these day trades because I don't have 25,000 in this account. The 2 combined accounts would be more than 25,000, but I don't have it in this account, so I couldn't continue to do more day trades, or else my Rocket shares probably would have been at a cost basis of probably $28 by the end of the day. So I ended up averaging that down, which is good. I'm happy about that. I'll continue to average that down as time goes on. I'm not going to be able to day trade in here for basically another week. So yeah. AMC still holding the 200 shares at a cost basis of $9.25. However, Fidelity, that's where it ended. I wanted to take advantage of this. So let's look at what happened with AMC here. So let's go to popular positions right now. Let's go to AMC. Let's go to the day. So this was clearly a bear trap. This makes no sense whatsoever. And now they're constantly manipulating it so it doesn't seem like it's just a bear trap. You've seen the huge recovery that we had. You know, from this point, from the $9.50 point, you've seen the huge recovery that we did have. So for me, I ended up averaging up somewhere up here, selling some positions. I sold about 500 shares in order to have capital, in order to average down, because I knew that something like this was going to happen. I didn't know it was going to happen at this scale, but I knew that something like this was going to happen, and it's showing that it's probably going to continue. If they keep manipulating this, it's going to continue, which means that we need to find a way to average down some more. So it was definitely a crazy ride, I'll tell you that. But if this continues to go down, we can see in the after hours market we are above $10, which is definitely a great bet. If it does continue to go down, it somehow gets to $7 or $6 or whatever, I'm gonna do the same thing I did with Rocket. I'm just gonna buy in at lower portions and end up selling those same shares at a little bit of higher portions so that I can continuously bring that price down. And I'll go through that method. I want to create a video on that. Basically, I'm gonna kind of clickbait the title and say, you know, how to lower your cost basis without spending any money, because that's That's basically what it is. You're ultimately not spending any money, and I want to be able to break that down. But that's basically what I did. For AMC though, since I did raise my cost basis up here after getting out of certain positions in order to create some sort of capital, I have like $700 worth of capital now. Now I can basically average down there, but in order to do that, my cost basis is now $9.46 instead of $9.38. So yeah. Yeah, I think that'll be really good. It's literally just to understand how to really scalp in order to lower your cost basis. Because you look at something like now where's my positions? You look at something like Rocket, and I was at 33. I understand it is a small amount of shares. It's only 200 shares when I first had it. You basically are at $33.80, and now I'm sitting pretty good by lowering it by $2 basically. So it was definitely very difficult. Matt secretly has a 100K portfolio, and he's been buying and selling this thing. I don't have a 100K portfolio. Well, it depends what you look at. I'm talking my day trading and my cash accounts. No, I don't have a 100K portfolio. I try and keep maybe 20 to 35,000 in there when I'm actually trading, because because it just makes it very easy for me to day trade and not have any type of issues there. If I lose $10,000, I can still day trade. That's what I look forward to. So you're gonna see that slowly creep up. Once I'm able to bring everything from Fidelity over to Webull, then you'll see me be able to day trade in here, as long as I can trade during the market open. Well, live trade during the market open, because I do have a day job as well. But yeah, it's crazy, man. I was looking at this and I was basically saying, AMC and GME are about to hit like crazy highs. It was at $12.18, and what happened? What is this? Like, this is complete bull. Like, I swear, it makes no sense whatsoever why it did come down. I decided that I wanted to really basically be able to take advantage of these, but it's obviously unpredictable. People have mentioned to me, oh, well, I'm mad I didn't sell at $3.50 for GME, or sell at $12 for AMC. There's no way you could have predicted that. There's no way. Make sure everybody hits that like button. That does help out the channel a ton. Also, if you want to join the Discord group, because we were talking about this, throughout that, I was kind of focused, so I wasn't really responding as much. I was focused on what I needed to do in order to lower my cost basis with Rocket. I am hoping that I can lower the cost basis with AMC now that I cleared up some capital. And I have a cost basis of $9.46, which is not too high compared to where it was at $9.38 over there. So it's fine. You just liked. Thank you for liking. Shares at $11. Shares at $11.73. Should I hold or sell and take a loss? For that, I think you should hold. What you need to do, if you have any extra income, anything that you can put towards it. I'm not saying completely average down, but definitely scalp. Scalping is very easy. Wow, thank you for that super chat. Holy cow! I appreciate that, Philip. Let me stop what I'm doing here. Well, let me address this. So basically what I say that you should do is, you see these large increases that it does have, you can basically scalp this and say, all right, does it look like it's increasing? If it does look like it's starting to decrease, just have your trigger ready on the sell button and just sell it. But if it goes up by a couple of cents, you're gonna be able to bring that cost basis down by selling that. But then you also still have the cash in order to get back in another situation and bring the cost basis down again. So that's what I mean by bringing that cost basis down, because anything that is at 11, that is above where we are now, like for me, I would love for it to get down to $8 so I can continuously bring that down, because before I didn't have the capital in order to do that, and now I do. So before the crash, my options were up 3K for the day. I had a cheap GME put worth $300. When it crashed, then that put was worth 20K. tried to sell, GME halted, and then it reopened. I put was only up $100. GME took took a while to go up when went to zero instant. Wait, what? GME took a while to go up and went to zero instantly. You're saying your option went to zero? That's horrible. I mean, I was looking into GME when it was down at this 170. It didn't even jump down there. So I was looking at it when it was at like what was it $216 or so. And then once it opened, after it halted here, it gapped down, but then right back up right away. And I wanted to purchase some shares actually. I wanted to get back into GME because I felt like there's bear trap at $200. I can easily make $70 off of it if I wanted to and make up some of the loss that I had with GME. And that would be obviously good, but I couldn't get in there because once it opened up, it jumped right back up and then continued to move. And it went up to 233 and I was like, it's not really worth it at this moment. So then I went into another position, but that's crazy. This whole entire situation right here, because I was on my lunch break, you know, I'm basically eating lunch and look back and this is what happened. And it was after I basically confirmed, you know, I was like, oh, you know what? It makes sense for me to average up and then gain a little bit more as it goes up to $12 and then sell some of those positions so that I can have a little bit more capital just in case this situation does happen. And I did realize that this is a possibility. And that's why I am very prepared for it and didn't basically lose anything. I did average up, so you see my average still at $9.46, and I have less shares. I have 200 less shares, but I still have 1,500 shares in Fidelity. I still have 200 shares over here in Webull, which I may still buy more shares over in Fidelity just to be able to average that down. Diamond hands holding and averaging down for maximum attendees. Also, you going into Roblox. Roblox was very difficult for me because as I seen it, you could see where it was really resisting from. So it instantly, when it opened at $70, it dropped down to about 60 something dollars and then started to drive up, right? And people don't realize what goes on with a IPO. You know, nobody has the position besides, stakeholders and the executives and all that. Nobody has these positions, so they're buying it all up. There's no selling pressure. But as you start to get closer, you start seeing that selling pressure here. And you start seeing it come down, and it did come down all the way to about 69. And I'm pretty sure, I think it came down a little bit lower than that, 68. I'm pretty sure that once you start seeing the real selling pressure, the fact that it is holding steady right here, I don't know if it's going to be something that really does increase a crazy amount. You can see that, yes, it did increase 54%, but the 54% was based on, I believe, where it started at the $45. It was supposed to open up at $45, but it opened up at 70. So instantly it had a 50% increase, which makes it look great, but that's not the case. So it did jump up. You've seen this rise. I wouldn't say that I wanted to get into it. At $70, I thought that it was too much. $60, I still think that it was too much. And we just need to see how people take this on, because you're going to see the volume get bought up, but what's going to be the volume tomorrow or the next day or the next day, you know? That's what I'm thinking. So, yeah. Thank you for the super chat though. Remember guys, if you want to join my Discord group, hit the link in the description. It's the first link. All you have to do is sign up, and I'm going to add some more levels to it. I want to add like a whole course in Patreon. Rather than doing a course somewhere else, I want to add a bunch of videos that you would have access to underneath that tier. And basically it's going to be like you purchasing a course, but without all of their fees over there. And you'll have it basically for as long as you want. Yeah, so I think that'll be good. I just want to see how I can do that. I also want to add the join button to YouTube, but I haven't done that either. Pretty busy with dad-like things. But you look at AMC, we're up 1% at the moment, still below $10. But if this manipulation keeps happening, if they keep trying to manipulate this, then it's going to be a horrible situation for them, because one, they're just going to add this huge bubble I need to get out of this. They're going to add this huge bubble, and then we're going to continue to hold. It's not, I would imagine that we did have people that sold a pretty decent amount here because of the fact that it was going down. And yes, I look at it with the fact that, oh, well, I could have sold up here at $12, gained an easy $5,000 and bought back in down here. But it's not that simple. You see it going down, and then you're like, well, when can I get back in? Can I get back in here? When can I get back in? Can I get back in here? Oh, can I get back in here? It would have been literally the perfect play for you to sell at $12, knowing that there's going to be a bull trap, a bear trap, and end up buying in at the $9.50. That would have been a completely perfect move, and I don't think that that anybody did that. If you did do that, please let me know. I'm kind of new to this game. Could you please explain what a bear trap is? It's basically where they manipulate the market in order to look like it's a bear market or a bear stock. It's very bearish, and it's not. It's mainly because of the fact that they're manipulating it. They're doing these short ladder attacks. They're shorting the position. They obviously built up the amount of shorts that they could use in order to bring the stock price down. And they built up millions of shorts probably, and then brought this stock down so that they can actually cover some of these positions. If people start to sell some of these positions, then they can cover them easily, and then they get the shares that they need because of the fact that we're selling off. So you look at the fact that this did go down. It was probably the form of that bear trap, that manipulation. And then you've seen the buying power to where people were like, all right, well, you know what? I'm buying. But then you've seen it go down again to where probably retail investors got scared, dropped out. You've seen the combination of manipulation, retail investors, and shorting the position all in one. And you've seen this large drop. And it sucked because seeing this all the way down, I was like, what is going on here? If you would have seen my face, it probably would have been priceless. Like, I guarantee it. I was like, what the like, I was literally looking at every single chart. I was like, is this real in Webull? And then I was looking at Fidelity, and I was like, is this real? So I pulled up Robinhood too. I was like, this is definitely real. What is going on here? So then I started to look up some things, and yeah, believe it or not, I mean, I think it is a bear trap. This is unusual. The whole entire thing is not usual activity. The way that this is selling off. Typically you see a sell-off and you'll see more of an increase and more of a flat. Now, this is just a sell-off, buying power to show we had strength, and then them showing that they have more strength and pushing us all the way down. At this point, people were like, all right, well, it is going to recover. It didn't end up fully recovering and kind of fell off again. So it was definitely a tough day, I'll tell you that. And this whole thing happened before. We had, I think it was last week, to where we had them pretty much collapse the market. And you look at Tesla, that dropped down a significant amount over that period of time. It wasn't all gone, but it did drop a significant amount. The whole entire day it pretty much dropped from $717 down to a discounted price of $655. So I almost share. Yeah, I seen a bunch of people on the Discord group talk about the fact that I needed a shower after that because it was absolutely ridiculous. When are the earnings reported? They should have been soon. Do you know him? Do I know who? Let me see. AMC earnings. Yeah, I don't see it yet. The report will be for fiscal quarter ending December 20th. Yeah, I don't see it yet. We don't have anything yet. If you did find something, please let me know, but I don't think we have it yet. Earnings are at 5. Figured. Earnings reports at 2 p.m. You're probably on the West Coast. Yeah, earnings are at 5. Figured. Yeah, I think it was definitely a really difficult day. I literally watched the whole thing as I was over lunch because I did what I needed to do and I was like, all right, I don't need to touch this anymore. You know, I did all my day trades in Rocket to be able to bring that cost basis down. Was going to put more money in Zomedica, but it didn't come down to where I thought it was going to come down and actually increase, and still had a pretty good day. But AMC was something that really shocked me. GME was something that really shocked me. Getting all the way down to, what was it, $176? Is that what, $172? Would have loved to get in here, and that's what I was looking for. I was looking for that push at like below 200. So I was going to actually buy in at 215, but it quickly pushed up. So it was something that it looked like it was a slow push up here. No, it was a lot faster. It was like it opened up and then automatically it was already here. And then it started to really skyrocket. And I was just like, it's too late. It's too late at this point. Because I was going to get in GME, I was going to get in there maybe with like 5 shares because I had a good $1,000 in order to use, because I took that out of AMC. But yeah, I think it's just a horrible situation. It's good that they recovered. GME pretty much recovered. It got to about 7% up. AMC recovered and then instantly shot back. So you could see that start to drag down. It went up to $11.12, and I thought we were going to be fine. But obviously there's some sort of manipulation, because I don't believe this is people selling. People really want to hold. What are analysts saying? It's 55% hold, 33% underperform, 11% sell. That was the same thing this morning. Let's see if we have any Live Market, MasterCard, Visa, iRecord highs. AMC Entertainment should trade at a penny. And AMC Entertainment stock should trade at a penny, analysts say. Here's why. Are you kidding me? Saying that the stock is worth a penny. I don't even want to entertain that. I don't even want to entertain that at all. So yeah, I mean, AMC, GME, both were very difficult to take on. Let me see what I did here. AMC earnings is horrific. I thought we didn't get the earnings yet. Do you have a link? Yeah, they have a link to this. I really didn't want to entertain this. Could the SSR rule be in place? I don't believe it's going to be in place, because of the fact that I don't believe we hit 10%. Like, we didn't drop by 10%, I don't believe, compared to what it was previously. $88% decline for AMC, over $1 billion loss, I believe. They're so terrific, so terrified of AMC, and it's so insane. Yeah, they're so scared. AMC to the moon. Yeah, I 100% agree with you, because you look at how GME recovered, you look at even cost recovered. I mean, they were at a crazy number, growing up to $30, and even up to like $40 at times. Rocket recovered, like everything pretty much recovered besides AMC. Why? Manipulation. There's 100% manipulation there. I am very certain that they are manipulating the hell out of that position, because they're extremely scared. May I suggest you stick to the recommendation of credit cards and leave the investing to the likes of Warren Buffett? No insult intended. That's funny you say that, because you probably follow Warren Buffett, right? You follow Warren Buffett, you take your safe gains, because he's taking those safe gains and he does the long-term approach while also doing more of the short-term approach. But his long-term approach is making him millions versus your long-term approach making you hundreds of dollars. So while you're following his method, you're also padding his pockets. So yes, you're following his methods to get pennies while he's over here literally with the whole boat. Like he has all of your lunch and you only have a Ritz cracker out of it. So I would definitely like to see you, you know, day trade, try and swing trade, see if you can make some money and actually put some skill to investing, because the skill doesn't come from just placing your money and letting others do the work for you. The skill comes from actually investing into the market, looking at the charts and being able to read those effectively so that you can gain money. That's what I call trading, and could be investing. It could be the definition for investing in the future, because this overall investing mindset is mainly just to pad anybody who is rich, like their pockets. Anything that seems conservative is probably making somebody a lot more money than you're making. And yeah, it may take you 20 years in order to get up to the amount that they made yesterday. So that's where it ends up being difficult for me to take in. Anytime I see that, it's very difficult. Matthew, what is your prediction for AMC going forward? If you look at the VW squeeze, it looks like they will also tanked a few days before they went sky high. What are your thoughts? Yeah, the VW squeeze, I can tell you, is very different, because this is fueled by retail investors versus fueled by the institutions, fueled by the actual business itself. So they're holding a lot of those shares, being able to understand what they're doing with those and easily get out, move things as they want. For us, we're manning together and being able to buy and sell strategically. You see a lot of people buying and selling at random times. So it's more or less the retail investors that are going to keep this price at the spot that it is. With other situations, with the VW squeeze, it's definitely a different situation. I can say, with looking at the chart, looking at history, it makes sense to tie the two together, but I would say the two are definitely different. You have the actual business that's invested in these positions, and you have retail investors that are manning together and investing in these positions. You know, bringing a bunch of small dollars together actually amounts to more than what the, you know, big dollars would be if, like, say, if one person had $1 billion. It still adds up to more if all of us come together and buy up these positions. The volume means a lot more than somebody holding this. So I think than a business holding this. So I can say that you can compare it to VW. You can say that Volkswagen, it makes sense to have that dip, and yes, you are going to see it. But with everything that's going on here with the manipulation, you didn't see that there. You're seeing this extended squeeze, for lack of a better term. You're seeing an extended squeeze to where they're drawing this out in order to get a lot of us retail investors to sell, scare us out of those positions while people are deciding to continue to buy in low. They see these scared moments. You see a lot of people like me and a lot of people like everybody that's in this chat here in this live end up investing into those at a low point, even though they've seen it decrease, however many percent. So I can say that you can compare it to that, but I do believe it's very different. You see some articles saying AMC should be traded at 1 cent. Yeah, I did see that. They should be trading at 1 cent. They're trying to basically drum up some, some scare tactics to bring people down and sell their positions, basically saying that it's going to go down to 1 cent. Relax, buddy, relax. Like, it's going to increase. You can see in the after hours market, we're increasing now. We're up 3%. $10.24. We're going to see that push up. As long as people keep on holding, we're going to be fine. The fact that people are holding so many shares, and I understand with the value of the company, them losing a lot of money, right? I understand where you're coming from, because the old stock prices were based on just the earnings and based on a lot of things when it comes to the business growth financially. But now it's more than a financial situation. It's more of fueled by people. Tesla really started this by, them getting shorted a crazy amount, and then what they did was basically put that money into places where they can grow the business, and that's exactly what AMC is doing. And yes, they may have lost a bunch of money because they were not open, but we're supporting them because we know that they are, they're going to be a really good business. They're going to change things up, just like GME. They're going to change things up. They're going to end up taking over the world of that online gaming, e-commerce space. So I can tell you that 1 cent is ridiculous. This is definitely a company that's valued right now at $10 with all of the hype, easily $10 to $15 easily with all of the hype. And then as you start to progress into post-COVID numbers and using a lot of the revenue using a lot of the capital in order to put towards improving the business, 20 plus. Yeah, I would definitely say that. Buy high, sell low. That's my motive. I bought AMC at $13. If you bought AMC at $13, it doesn't mean you can't average down. Just like I said earlier, I took Rocket and from $33 down to $31 just today with 3 trades. Well, 4 trades basically. And that's the thing. If you can scalp, if you don't have a crazy amount of shares, if you have some capital left, then you can basically say, I'm going to scalp this and bring this stock price or bring this average price down so that I can increase the amount that I make over the long term. And that's what I planned on doing with AMC. If it did drop to like $9, scalping. I got enough money to put towards that. And now you see it increasing. Look at this. Let's go back to the chart. Look at this. AMC's making a run. Talk about it's worth 1 cent. Come on now. Worth 1 cent. Here comes $11. Yeah, exactly. All the people talking about how it's not worth it. No, it was all manipulation. And now we're getting back up to where it was. What's scalping? So basically, I call it scalping for lack of a better term. It's day trading basically, but what you do is you find these situations like this. So you see it drop down a little bit, and then what you're gonna do is you're gonna invest in here, literally have your trigger on the buy button so you can buy at this point and see this go up a little bit. And you don't have to see it go up the whole way, just go up maybe 20 cents, 30 cents. You buying into that with a certain amount of shares automatically brings it down. So then once you sell, you're gonna end up bringing that cost basis down that you have. So if you have a $33 cost basis, you're gonna bring it down to, I don't know, let's say $32 or $31, right? But the thing is that you have to sell the exact amount of shares that you bought. So it looks like nothing ever happened, Once you let it go, nothing ever happened. And then you have the same cost basis set up there. Or you have a different cost basis, a lower cost basis. After hours candles in subscription in Webull, isn't it? Wait, what? After hours candle is a subscription in Webull, isn't it? No. You can go down the bottom here. So right here where I'm circling my mouse, hopefully you can see it, is extended hours. If you click it, you're gonna get extended hours. If you obviously unhighlight it, it's going to end up taking away the extended hours. We have 900 people in here. We have 200 likes. We got to get those likes up. Those are rookie numbers. Please hit that like button. I just played an ad, so if you have an ad, hit the like button. If you don't have an ad, still do it. Yeah, so you look at what's happening here. I mean, we definitely see where the value actually is. We have a lot of buying power, and anytime they are bringing this position down, I'm not saying that every time it's manipulation, but the larger ones you can definitely tell are manipulation. This overall thing, they were like, if this keeps going as is, where was it at? They were like, if this keeps going as is, they're going to end up hitting $13, $14, $15 today. So they got desperate, tanked the market, right? And it was the overall market. I don't know how they physically did it because it was overall market. You've seen it with AMC, GME for the most part, but you've seen Tesla drop down. You've seen cost drop down. You've seen a lot of these positions that were actually mean positions. It may have been only the ones that were heavily shorted. Day traders are fake apes. Day traders are actually the best ones. If people day trade and swing trade, they're the best ones to get kind of advice for when it comes to averaging down your positions if you got in at the wrong time. I'll tell you that. But day trading is great. For situations like this, yes, people want them to hold, but this action is not day traders. This action is probably day traders right here. Going up here, this action right here, probably day traders. All of this stuff And then once it starts to get really manipulated, that's not day traders. Day traders affect the market in a small way. Trust me, they're not trading a crazy amount. And if they are, they're getting in at like, let's say $9, and they're getting out at $9.20 or $9.50 or whatever, and then probably getting right back in. So I don't think it's day traders. Earnings report, big deal. I don't believe that it is the biggest deal. We do want to know the details of it, but I don't think it's going to affect this in any way, no matter if they lost $14 billion. Like, we're going to see and support them because we know it's a heavily shorted position and we don't want this company to fail, right? There's an SSR rule for GME. Could you please answer me? There should be, yes. They definitely dropped way more than 10%. So yeah, there's an SSR rule in place for GME, but I mean, I don't think that it's going to affect it in any way. If they're going to short it, they're going to short it on the uptick or downtick. It doesn't really matter. But it seems like they're definitely recovering. They're doing a good job up here at $160 or $265. Buy the dip. Thank you for the super chat. Yes, definitely buy the dip. That brings your cost basis down. If you could buy the dip, and if you don't want to use that money that you have, yes, buy the dip, you use it, and then you'll see it go up. Sell those same shares so that you have your normal amount, but you bring your cost basis down. If you physically don't want to use that money and you don't want to lose it, then go ahead and do that. And this is not financial advice. It's merely just my opinion. This is something that I do in order to bring my cost basis down as I go along. But yeah, I buy the dip. Bro, the SEC fuckery today was top level. That's one way of putting it. That's hilarious. Anytime you use that word, the I don't want to say it on here because demonetization. Well, not demonetization, but you just won't have the right ads on there. Anytime I hear that word, the F-bomb with ERY at the end, it's just so funny to me. That's literally the perfect word. That's completely what it is, though. The SSR rule means tomorrow they can't do any shorting, though. No, it doesn't mean that. It means that they can do shorting on the uptick. So basically what they're going to do is, if they are going to manipulate it in any way, they're going to short it when the stock goes up. They can't short it when it goes down. It makes it more difficult for them to short. That's the kind of a common misconception. Can you look at GME? Love the content. Keep up the good work, bud. I just read 2 together. Yeah, I can look at GME. So GME right now, I mean, where they were, I was like, what in the fucking world? Because this is where you start to remember what you got out of and what you could have actually profited from if you would have invested pretty much the whole boat in GME at that time. So I started to think back to there, and I kind of cut that really quick. Think back to that, and I was like, no, we can't go back in there. And I started to think about it, and I was like, oh, 170, that gives me an opportunity to get in. So I was like, all right, well, it was 215 at the time. And I was like, all right, 215, that gives me an opportunity to get in. I can get in and go back up to 340 or 350 or whatever if it does recover, because this is clearly manipulation. But then obviously it recovered too fast. What's happening with GME though, it looks like they're steadily increasing. They recovered. They did have the same a little bit of manipulation, but they recovered, and the buying power is strong with this one. You can see that we had 70 million in volume compared to 42 million by the average. And right now in the after hours market, it's pretty much level. So I think you're going to expect some more increasing tomorrow, as long as everything stays normal. You said AMC. I don't think so. I mean, you look at AMC, they're up 7% right now, and they're back up to $10.56. Like, you see the buying power with it. Whew. We have 1,000 people in here. If you could hit that like button, that would be amazing. Remember, if you want to join the Discord group, that's the first link in the description. It is $5, but it's a great group of people. Actually, I don't know where that would pop up, so I'm not gonna bring the Discord up. AMC report was shocking, but good after hours so far, guys. Are correct. Yeah, I don't have a link to the actual report. Let me refresh this. AMC. I don't understand why they say that. AMC should trade at a penny. Get out of here. When you started selling? The comments on there are priceless. They're super priceless. We have 1,100 people in here. Continue to bump those like numbers up. They're rookie numbers. I'll tell you that. Yeah, if anybody has a link, please post it in here to the AMC earnings. Don't send me any weird links. Just, oh, what happened there? Did you just see that? There's clear manipulation. What is that? Do you see this going crazy? I don't think it's Weeble that's tripping. I think we're gonna see that. Let me check my fidelity. Well, where's the after hours market, man? Yeah, I'm seeing the same thing. I'm seeing the exact same thing. That's crazy. Going from $10, $10.39 all the way down to $9.85. It keeps going back and forth up there. What is up with this manipulation? Do you think, wait, where's that? We have 1,145 people in here. Do you think the hedge funds have begun covering their shorts yet? Multiple websites show the short float percentage going down, but not reflected in the stock price. I would say no. You would see it at a rapid scale. I mean, the way that we seen it, it was literally just slowly moving up. There's no way that they covered. I believe they covered probably their own, like their old shorts, but then they partnered it up with new shorts. I believe that they did something like that. You know, covering it up like that is not, no. There's no way. There's no possible way. You would have seen this skyrocket if they started covering all of their shorts. With the amount of people buying, the amount of people holding, no way. They can report all they want and try and get people out of these trades, but it's not going to happen. And they think that they're playing this game the right way, but they're not. Just let it go and lose the money that you're supposed to lose. Like, they're being stubborn. The link is on Weeble. Oh. MC gains 1.2. I don't want to add a free account. Come on, man. Don't make me use my email. I'll use a weird email. There we go. Now I'll never get your emails here. I don't want to create. What is even going on here? I don't like this. Where's the full earnings report? Q4 revenues beat expectations despite 89% drop. They beat expectations, then what's the problem there? Receipts fell 89% to a non-GAAP. Analysts expected, and following the intended drop year over year. 92% in the U.S. market. Okay. So what's the problem here? I understand you knew they were going to lose money, right? I don't see that as bad. I mean, technically, with the amount of revenue that they're losing, yeah, I totally understand. But still, I wouldn't say they're valued at a penny. They're closed. Like they're not. The business is not actually operating. How would you say that it's not valuable in any case? Missed the EPS. Okay. Miss earning per share by 3 cents and beats revenue. It doesn't matter what these actually say. Yes, it does beat revenue. That may be a positive then, but it doesn't matter what these actually say. I believe the charts or the people that are holding are still going to hold regardless of what it did say, because we're holding for a bigger cause than just what their earnings are going to be. So thank you for telling me that the link was on Webull. AMC is delivering food. Yeah, they paid off. Yeah, they paid off a lot of debt. That's the thing. That's a good thing. I consider that good use of their money, right? Where's Brad's link? Oh, the actual report. Here we go. Yeah, see, I'll have to read through this because it's always interesting to see these reports. I mean, I'm used to. Yeah, I feel like no matter what these reports actually say, like I said, I feel like they're going to. Yes, earnings matter. In most cases, earnings matter. In this case, if their earnings was absolutely horrendous, would you sell? Please give me a yay or nay. I seen it go to 18. AMC at 18. What the? No, it didn't. It didn't go to 18. Can you show me a screenshot in some way? To record the glitching, we need a lawsuit. I feel like the lawsuits don't matter. They got all the money in the world. They can do whatever they want. All right. Well, I'm going to be streaming for just another 10 minutes. I just wanted to go over exactly what happened and where I stand, and also averaging down. I'll make sure to make a video on basically how to really average down effectively with no money, without spending any money. I got to make sure I word that the right way. You always need a clickbait title because that's how YouTube works. If you don't have it, they don't push your stuff. It sucks. Because I don't like to do that. Market manipulation, small PP energy. Oh man, you guys are funny. Everybody's funny here. But yeah, I mean, $10.37, $10.36. We're back up to where we should be, close to $11. We should have been at $12. We should have easily been at $12 by the end of today. We also should have closed, or we should have been pushing up in the after hours market to $13. It was an adrenaline rush. You should have seen me moving because I was literally making trades during lunch. I was making trades in RKT. I was trying to really scout that and really find the best position, which I feel like some of them I sold a little bit too early. I could have lowered the cost basis a little bit more, but I did lower the cost basis, and I can continue to get positive numbers out of it, and I'll continue to do that. You have kids, so you might like this. My 7-year-old is into Roblox and YouTube, and he told me today that according to his favorite YouTuber, Roblox is now worth more than EA games. Okay, I will have to check that. Well, I know their investor valuation that they gave them based on how much they paid them. It was like $29.5 billion or something like that. I don't know what EA Sports net. Or EA Games. I don't know. Is it EA Games or EA Sports? Well, yes. Apparently, it's EA is worth about $5.5 billion, and then obviously with this $29.5 billion for Roblox, it's apparently worth more than. That's crazy. No, wait. How much is EA's net worth? Report. As a result, EA is reporting a current net worth of $42 billion. There's a difference here. Electronic Arts, video gaming giant Electronic Arts generated a net revenue. Oh, that's net revenue of $5.5 billion. Okay, so I don't think they are worth more. Unless they may have doubled their valuation. Let me look at. So it's $42 billion for EA Games. So that's not true. Roblox is worth $30 billion. They just jumped their net worth to $30 billion, but EA is worth still $42 billion, so they're still above. You're not holding AMC, then what are you doing? Me? I'm holding AMC. Are you talking to somebody else in the chat? I'm clearly holding AMC, and we're looking at AMC, and even just looking at Webull, you could see 200 shares here. I'm holding a lot more in Fidelity. I don't know what you're talking about. Old AMC reports show big misses before the pandemic. Today is not about the report. Yeah, you're right. It's not. It's a battle between the hedge funds and the tendies. Yes, 100%. 100% is about a battle between us and them, and we are pretty much controlling everything. Obviously, they're controlling what the stock price is doing by trying to manipulate it, but we're controlling everything just by holding. No ifs, ands, or buts. There's no problems. We're just holding, and we're controlling literally the whole bag. So in my opinion, I think we're in the best situation possible. Oh, it looks like Rocket came down. Dang it. I can't do any, unless I get, if I get free stocks tomorrow, then I'll be able to average down again with, oh no, I can't. I don't have any day trades left. That's what sucks about not having 25,000 in one account. By splitting your money into different accounts, you can't really average down and, or scalp. I guess that's the term I want to use. He's talking to the chat. Yes, I talk to the chat. Do other people not do that? Do you remember Well, Susie getting trashed because he said AMC was dead? No, I don't. I don't remember that. Jimmy rallied crazy today. Yeah, it did. It moved up so much. And what I was really surprised about was costs. Costs, I did not expect this at all. Jumped up to $40, basically doubled or almost doubled where their open was. They opened at 25 and got up to $40. And I was like, missed a huge opportunity there. You look at this, $18 not too long ago. You could have really made some money there. Do you suggest using more than one platform? It depends what you're doing. So I think that if you're day trading, actually, you know what? Everything you should use more than one platform. There's always a strength with all these platforms. So I use Fidelity a lot of times for my long-term investing, which I did use for short-term as well because of their platform. But now I can use Webull for short-term, you putting 25,000 in there or 30,000 in there and day trading consistently, while Fidelity has my long-term investing. But if you're looking to day trade, you want to make sure you get the day trading money, all of the day trading money in one area so that you can make consistent money and don't have a limit on your amount of trades like I do right now. Because there could have been so many different day trades that I could have made, especially with those dips. I was looking at GME multiple times, just getting in right here if I could have, but I didn't. Even getting in down here, I was looking at that, but I was like, I can't do anything. So, so yeah, you recommended an audiobook. How was uh, how was the name, or what was the name? It's called How to Day Trade for a Living by Andrew Aziz. The link is in the description. He's probably going to get a lot of sales from this, but it's the link is in the description. It's an affiliate link. It'll take you to my store, and then you'll see the books I recommend there, which I'll have some more books as we go on. But I like to make it simple. And if you're really starting out, it's great to understand that. I'm telling you, once you understand the basics, it's like day trading seems like it's so easy. Yes, if you start to stray away from your strategy, it makes it difficult. But if your strategy is sound and you stick to it, you're disciplined, then you're fine. I grabbed a copy of that. I've been reading it. How do you like it? It really breaks things down in a like really simplistic way. Thoughts on GE? I held a couple shares of GE because I was sent it by Webull. I like it a lot. It lays the details out. Yeah, that's the thing. It lays it out in a very simple way, so it's not like overwhelming. Like they don't sit here and throw a crazy amount of indicators at you right away. They help you understand that, and then even to be able to have like something in the back of the book that will explain all of these different indicators, anything that they talked about. The candlesticks as well, to break those down, what you need to be looking for, patterns, stuff like that. It's really good for breaking those basics down. Then you get into the advanced books, which goes into the basics, but also gives you an understanding of advanced techniques that you can make while you factor in a lot of those basic indicators. So, yeah. Someone asked about GE. I'm gonna have to quickly get into that. What are my quick thoughts? And then I'm gonna have to get out of here because I have to pick up these kids. G today was pretty flat. Actually, it was down, but it looks pretty flat from where it dropped down. You have a 5% decrease, a little over 5% decrease. Even in the after hours market, it looks flat until it got to like the pre-market where you've seen it drop a little bit. It actually had that sort of a large increase. Not really. From $14 to $14.50. Let's look at it long term. Long term, it looks really solid, right? You can see that the growth long term, it has no hiccups, has no problems. Yes, it does have a couple of times to where it sort of flattened out, came back to the 200 EMA. Anytime it comes back to the 200 EMA, if it does bounce off the 200 EMA, that's a great sign for more strength. So it did bounce off the 200 EMA, and you're seeing that strength as it goes up. The only thing is these last couple of days have been down for GE. Actually, just today has been down. Sorry, just today has been down for GE. It did hit a high point, and I don't know what was going on here that made it drop down. I would like to see where that touch point goes. If it does touch the 200 EMA, definitely check that out, because it is negative now, and it is negative during the after hours market. So you might want to look out for that and see where the touch point is going to be. Make sure you hit that like button, everybody. But I have to take some time and go get these kids. Yeah, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed already. Also, make sure you check out the it's not paper hands, it's profit hands Perry. Profit hands Perry. That's what you got to go with. Yes, Brad, people should take their profits when they can, but it's all about profit. Profit hands Perry. But anyways, yeah, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Also, if you want to join the Discord group, I'm going to keep mentioning it because it is a great group. Just hit that link, the first link in the description, and it's only $5. You could sign up and join the Discord group. Really fun, really great group of people. A lot of people are positive. It's really fun. So I think that's it. You're going to catch me streaming tomorrow, so hopefully that's the case. I don't think I have any meetings or anything like that. If I do, then I'll let you know, but I'm pretty sure I don't. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'll see you guys in the next stream, in the next video. Make sure you hit that like button on the way out, because we have 500 likes. We would love to have 600, maybe 7 or 8 or 9. All right, see you guys.